Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and thanks for joining me. I wanted to do a quick recap. I kind of did a video about a month ago talking about what was up with YouTube and basically the lack of traffic to a smaller channel like mine. And I really do appreciate everyone that chimed in. I kind of did a survey and a few other things and a lot of comments, and this is not an uncommon thing. And I wanted to be really, really clear that I wasn't complaining so much as it was more of an observation. And that video was kind of like a test to do something like that because I haven't really done any real objective talking about YouTube, or subjective really in my case, because I do it and had some thoughts on it and actually some questions as well. And some of the comments were hyper detailed and really drilled down to essentially what's going on with YouTube. And as far as I can tell, it's basically you just do the best you can, and hopefully the people follow and stay with you and subscribe and comment and like and all of those things that we need to kind of keep going forward. And with all that said, I still have a lot of support. The channel's growing, so what else can you say? But it's slow, but it's still going the right direction for sure. And I did a few things. I actually redid my studio where I kind of do all of these videos from. If you are new to the channel, some paint, move stuff around. I thought that'd be fun to do. I kind of did this on a lark because someone in a video mentioned my room was incredibly boring, meaning like white walls and all of that. And unfortunately, if I had a better camera, you could probably see, before you would see a lot of details. I have a bookshelf that I moved around, had lots of great pedals on it, lots of unique pedals that I've basically sold all of them just to kind of buy other things and basically get some money together. And I bought a new guitar, and I'm always buying pedals though, so that's always something new. So anyway, I really, really do appreciate that. But what really kind of forced my hand to kind of do something kind of interesting to the room, which was something we had planned in our house for a long time. We've been slowly painting the indoor rooms of the house. Obviously, they're always indoors, but basically all the rooms were the same color with white trim when we moved in 5 years ago. And we've slowly basically painted every room a very vibrant, cool color. And I love black, so we decided to paint this room black during the day. Gets tons of sunlight, like it's brutally warm in here, where the rest of the house will be, somewhat comfortable, if not cold. So I thought black would be a fun one to do. Obviously, all my amps are kind of mixing in the angle, the Paul Reed Smith kind of blend in, but whatever. I love the color, and that was kind of fun to do. And so thank you to whoever was the commenter who kind of criticized my room. There you have it. So I don't know if this is more exciting than white, but it is to me. And like I said, I really, really do appreciate everyone that commented, and I do have a decent fan base and some really great people that comment often. And the way YouTube works, at least as far as reactions go, I do pretty specific things, but I have a broad scope as far as genres, so it pulls in a lot of people's that, from different things that like one band. That happens a lot. One band I recently started doing is Bandmade. I had them confused with Baby Metal, which I kind of refused to do because I found it, ridiculous or whatever. But to find out Bandmade is probably one of my favorite all-woman-led Japanese metal rock bands, is kind of interesting and kind of a fun surprise. And so those videos, do really, really well, and stuff that that I normally would have done like 9 months ago that would get a lot of views don't. So that's just kind of the nature of it. So with all that said, I've kind of just slowed down making videos. So I put out maybe one every other day, which is still a ton, but my channel's not big enough to kind of slow down and do one a week or two a week. And it's there's just always so many videos to do. I could keep doing, even 7 day or one every day for every day of the week forever and never run out. But that takes a ton of time, as many people complain. And I thought instead of making a video about complaining about, YouTube and all the work and all of that, that if you know anything about it, you already know, and who cares? So for me, it's just like I'm going to do what I like and do the amount I can handle doing, and that's kind of what's happened. So I have not done stuff for about a month, although I did some leading up to this because I knew there was a lot of stuff going on, that I would be painting the room and kind of moving stuff around, and we have a lot of stuff going on. So I just knew I wouldn't be able to do like my every 2 weeks where I do 5 or 6 or whatever it might be. So I am about to start doing videos again, and I've got quite the lineup. A lot of Bandmade, basically. Some Kent Nishimura, Dirty Loops, all sorts of stuff. So I'm going to continue to do my series of Adventurous Music Fridays with a different record. Those are mostly things that I personally really love that are from mostly my past or maybe something recent, depending on whatever hits me. And I'm hoping to grow that a little bit. So to kind of pull away from the reaction stuff to kind of give the channel a little more depth. And I am not talking in depth about the records themselves, meaning musically, I'm not breaking down songs or anything like that. I'm just kind of saying, this is one of my favorite bands, this is my favorite record, and this is why, and I think you should check it out and make your own conclusions. So that is my push of the channel, and I've been doing a lot of shorts. So if you know anything about YouTube, definitely, and what I've gleaned from all the comments and just what I've noticed, is that it's moving to a short form content based platform, or trying to, meaning these long form videos that, if you make it over 8.5 minutes roughly, that's where kind of more of the money is, if you have the right content, the right advertisers, and the right subscriber base. I don't really fall into that so much, so that doesn't matter to me. But I have been doing a lot of like very short little guitar snippets. It's something I have always done. That's what I started doing on YouTube, is I just come up with a piece, whether it was like a proggy thing or for the most part metal, or me soloing over some chord changes with the looper, and did that. And that was fun for me. It's a great exercise in playing. And for the most part, those are met with a lot of positivity. There's very few people that, basically leave negative comments, which is always nice if you put a lot of time into something, even as goofy as like a 30-second video where I'm just soloing over some changes of a song that you may or may not know. And that's really not important. But my push is to do more of those, have those come out more and more. A couple a week at least. I really don't know how to get them out there. They seem to kind of trend really well right out of the gate, but they never really, really, really take off. They make it worthwhile for sure, because it's such a short form thing and it takes me almost nothing. It mostly takes me more time to put the video together and kind of create the actual thing to put on YouTube than it does to record some of them sometimes. But sometimes I'll spend an entire day just working on a kind of a song idea, and just for fun. It's, again, this isn't the kind of music I play. It's the kind of music I listen to, but it's more of like just getting stuff out there for fun and to see what people think. And for the most part, like I said, it's a lot of positive comments, and I name them ridiculous things that probably make a lot of sense to people my age, but maybe if you're 25, you won't get some of the references. And it's not to be clever, it's just, who cares what they're called? It's not a song. I could turn them all into songs if I wanted to, but that's not kind of the push of where my music is anyway. So, and I also hope to, I have a band, and after a couple of years of really working hard on a lot of music, it's kind of getting to that point where I can start doing stuff. So that will be really, really fun to see, and maybe try to get some decent recordings of the pieces. And I'm not sure how to really get a good recording except from my phone. But this is a pretty big band, meaning 5 pieces with drums, keyboard, sax, guitar, and bass. So I don't know how that will translate to an iPhone, but I'm going to give it a shot, and that'll be something that you'll probably see in the next 6 months or so as we start to get close to recording and probably doing some gigs here and there just for total fun. And it's all guys my age, so it's an incredible group of players. I'm always lucky to find the best players. And so this is kind of just an update on what's going on with me. I'll probably title it that same thing of what, WTF, what's going on with YouTube. Just because I did that because I don't do salacious thumbnails. But I thought, well, they always say the more absurd or the more eye-catching or whatever, the more traction you may get. So this is just a recap to say, hey, thanks for all of the support. Thanks for all the suggestions. Thanks for all the information. And it's just confirming, and a lot of this information came from other small channels saying, yeah, in the last 6 months, a lot of my traffic has kind of essentially died off. I have lots of high points, and I still get pretty good traffic because I have basically 1,300 videos. And so that bigger library you build, obviously you get more and more hits or views, however you want to put it, as your library grows in relation to your subscribers. But being at just under 18,000 subscribers, still really small. My goal was, when I started to do this, is like, if I can get to 25,000, that is to me successful. Now, in hindsight, that won't change pretty much anything about the monetary return on this. It's just kind of a number, an arbitrary number that'd be great to get to, so I can say, hey, I put 5 years of work into this and I got 25,000 subscribers. I think to get above that will take better production, better concepts, better of everything I do, whether it is doing more gear stuff. But as we know, if you do gear type video based stuff on your channel, or you watch it, that is not something I watch that often. I watch a few things, and it's pretty rare. Where 3 years ago, that's 90% of what I watched was pedal demos and guitar demos and all of that. So I only watch those if I'm really, really interested in something. So I'm going to kind of cut this short and make it 13, 15 minutes long, whatever it might be at the end, and just kind of go out by saying you're going to be seeing a new guitar more and more. And it's kind of, kind of too much light. The tricky thing about an all black room is the lighting's really rough. It has a lot of reflective principles that I didn't expect. So this is eggshell paint, so it's not very reflective, but it doesn't matter. So the camera, well, at least this kind of a nicer webcam, cannot it has a hard time kind of focusing and all of that. So anyway, so this is the Tim Henson Ibanez signature model, and I bought it because I never had a guitar with active pickups, which it does, and I have to say that they're not. There was two guitars I was looking at. I sold a few guitars. I sold a Paul Reed Smith Silver Sky that you'll see. You probably, if you've watched any of the stuff, you've seen the videos. And then I am selling my EVH Star guitar, which cool guitar, probably the dumbest thing I've ever bought, because that specific model you can go out and buy for $700 new today. I spent $1,400 on it, and it literally has the worst gig bag I've ever seen. It's literally like a weird cloth sack. No protection for the guitar. It doesn't fit well. The Ibanez gig bag is decent. The Paul Reed Smith gig bags for even the SEs is pretty decent. So, what am I trying to say is, like, that Ibanez guitar, I saw them sitting around, and the other guitar I wanted was one of the Fender, I think it's like the Professional 2 thin line. So it's a Strat with a F hole in it. And those started at about $2,000, and they were, some used ones were going for around 1,000. And I kind of just missed the boat on one. And instead, I was at a Guitar Center, which I never go to, and I played this Tim Henson signature Ibanez, and I was like, man, this thing sounds killer. And so I sold some stuff, some amps and all of that, and I paid way, way less than the list price for it. It's a B stock, and a lot of people complain about the guitar simply because of finish issues. I could care less. I mean, unless it has a huge dent in it or something like that, I guess, then I would just ask for a better price. There are some slight abnormal kind of finish stuff, but I wouldn't even notice it unless someone, or the person I bought it from, the shop I bought it from, took a picture of it. And it's all in the neck joint area, so that's probably a common place for those kind of paint buildup and overspray, not on the neck, but on the actual pocket or whatever. It is an amazing guitar. And like I said, it's a modern guitar, 24 frets, stainless steel frets. Like I said, active pickups. Never had active pickups before. And I think I'll do a little video about it down the road because it's got some interesting things about it that I thought would be the case, but are not. Meaning, like, I had expected the pickups to be, they have a lot of output, but it's got a lot of clarity too. So that kind of, in a weird way, at least for this guitar and me, cancels out some of that high gain tones that on my Strat sound really heavy and really great. On this, there's like too much clarity almost. And the amps I have behind me, an Angle Fireball 25 and a PRS MT15, those are pretty high gain amps. And they sound gainy, but they are, not like if you just had a basically passive pickup guitar like I do, the Strat. Those sound massive and have more than enough gain. So I'm going to go down this road of trying to find pedals. Weirdly, I just sold probably 50 to 60 high gain pedals over the last 4 or 5 months that might have done the trick with this guitar to kind of push it over the edge to give it just that little extra that like a Tube Screamer won't do with these. So I still just got the guitar, so I've got a lot of experimenting to do. And so look for that in the future too. So this is, like I said, kind of a channel update in a weird way. And I just wanted to throw another video out there thanking everybody for watching and commenting and all of that. So please, stick around, watch more videos, and please comment, like, and share your stories on your channel or your thoughts on YouTube in general. I love to hear them. It's kind of something, like I've said at the beginning and in the middle, that I really don't venture into the dynamic world of, channels and all of that. I watch a few things here and there, and about the most I've ever done any real investigating was when I did that first video talking about the kind of slowing of the views on my channel. So anyway, I'm Brian. Thanks again. See you soon.